Spencer, I'm curious from the group. I mean, this might be on your list of topics here in a bit, but we're talking about BDMs. I'm curious to hear from the group experiences with different comp structures. Because we've got one here that we use. I actually come from a world of kind of straight commission sales, and you eat what you kill. But I'm curious the thoughts of the group on, what does that look like from a business owner standpoint? They're going out on having to make that first hire, and what's the best way to structure that? Brad, Maya?
Yeah, sure. I can definitely notice. Now, I think base pay definitely ranges on what market you're in, but I do see a range of like anywhere from 50 to 75. Like obviously in California, New York, base is going to be higher, and then maybe a market like Alabama, but that being said, commission can be percentage based. It can be flat fee based. It really depends on, your pricing model internally for your property management company. And then also, how much do we want to incentivize them? What is their market range? Like, are they getting a pocket of a particular state? Are they getting a whole territory? So there's a lot of debate around this, but we really customize a multitude of, our structures as far as how our clients incentivize their BDMs. But to your point, the all commission model, it doesn't work. It's really difficult, especially because a lot of times that's an agent, right? Like they're commission only. And so they're going to go for the sale every single time because that pays out more, even in a down market. And they're still going to get some sales, within that year that are going to give them a big chunk of change. And, they're going to put all their focus into that. And so for a top performer, as we know, every great salesperson is already employed. So you do have to come in with a competitive base in order to incentivize them to leave, because they are starting from scratch to a certain point to rebuild a new pipeline. But if the opportunity is there, if the value prop is there, to your point, Brad, then they should be able to sell out the wazoo and make the ultimate OTE. That is the range of that job offer. But again, it's market specific. It's not, a one size fits all approach.
If I may, having screwed all this up with my own personal money, this is near and dear to my heart. So I can speak to this with great clarity, because in the end of the day, you got to have a way to incentivize. So what we end up doing is we try to create a target range of compensation that will attract a good salesperson. That could be 100, it could be 150, it could be 50. Depends on your market, it could be 850. I don't know, it just depends on your market, a range of compensation. Then you're going to design a model roughly around that, maybe 50-50 and 60-40. So you're going to have a base salary and then have a compensation structure for bonuses on top of that. So here's how we do that. So if they sign up a silver plan, okay, whatever that is, we have 3-tiered pricing model. They sign up a silver plan, we assess that to be worth $3,000 a year. Okay, I'm using easy math for you, right? Lucky for you, Whitaker, I'm not using like fingers and toes yet. Then you could really follow. But bear with me, $3,000 for one sign-up is an annual one-time assessment. We give our salespeople 10% of that. So there's $300 for one sign-up. Okay, base salary plus that one little bonus. You take that one bonus times 10 or 15 or 20 or 50, whatever they're making, and all that should be engineering towards that range of compensation you want to get out of them. So that's what you assign each plan as a dollar amount for an annual assessment. Here's the key point. We scale it. So that could go 10, 8, 6%, 6% at the beginning, 8% after that. I mean, it scales up. So the more they sell, the more percent they make that year. We do this on an annual basis. Now bear with me on this, because if you do this on a monthly basis, they won't even try the month of November, and they'll slow roll and push everything in December and try to meet a monthly quota. So you make this an annual recurring bonus structure. So 1 to 100 signups is X percent. Then they go up. 100 to 150 signups is X percent. They go up again, 150 to, you keep going on that staircase. So at the end of the year, that fourth quarter, that could be just gold. And they're pushing out hard to get you signups in the fourth quarter because they're at that top level bonus structure on the annual basis. You want to see some motivated people in November and December close some deals when you're making 12 or 15%, whatever that number is you assigned to that management contract. That's where you're going to see some real numbers tick off. And you want to, as a business owner, pay those big commissions. You want that.
Jordan, you talk to a bunch of salespeople. Be curious if you see any commission structures that work more often.
I would say is that it's got to be simple. Sales people, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know if it doesn't seem like you're talking into that mic though.
Got it. Well, I'll just talk louder. This has been
Yeah, that's perfect.
awesome. It's got to be simple. People cannot do complicated math, period. You will really screw it up if you make it complicated. And it has to have a base, i.e. if you're not performing, it cannot be enough to be comfortable. Like the default situation, if you're not performing, needs to make you want to get another job, but it also needs to be high enough that there's, you're not worried about, you don't have the stress of worrying about getting evicted. Beyond that, the multipliers that you can add on top, some of the fancier stuff that you can do. One of the things that we ported from SaaS land, which obviously we're in, but that's something to consider, is to have people earn their base in commission before any of the commission is actually paid out to them, i.e. whatever the commission structure is, let it accrue. And once it exceeds their base, then it starts getting paid out. And that's something we've found to be helpful.
That's interesting.
That's great.
Draw, just like a sales draw. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of companies do that. It's a pretty good technique.